Alright, good afternoon world. Let's get back to glorious Norwegian Wood. Where we left off last time, we got our icy arses handed to us in North America. It was certainly not my most glorious of wars, and I made a terrible mistake with Shawnee. Nonetheless, Markland exists. They got full cores on all the land I gave them, although it's wrong culture, wrong religion, and they're going to have revolts for quite some time. Sucks to be them. We're still hemorrhaging money. We have drained our manpower completely, so we are wide open for a peasant war. I don't really want a peasant war, so I'm going to be avoiding that. I've also got revolts in my homeland. I want to see to them. I certainly don't want these Danish nationalists rising up and giving me revolt risk for several years. So, what to do? I'm going to leave some men to take care of jeez. I'm going to leave some men here in the colonies to take care of the inevitable rebel uprisings. That's what I'm going to do. They're just going to be mercenaries with flanks and cannons. And they should deal nicely with the problem. And the rest can head on home. Alans, I didn't realise you were in Aberdeenshire. That's my home. My home away from home. Right, so I need to think up a plan of attack here. Because I want to attack Muscovy, but they're allied with Livonian Order and Teutonic Order. I want to fight Teutonics on their own, so I may have to wait for a shift in alliances there. Scotland is slowly being integrated. But at least our war exhaustion isn't too bad. So, what's a man to do? Well, like I said, I really don't want this peasant war. Congo Christianized. That's a little bit of an issue. Should I risk it? Yeah, we'll risk it. I'm sure I won't get a peasant war. Should be good. Let's take care of these revolting individuals. Especially those that have breached the Danish lands. Now I want to put a big thank you for Suidop, who scripted up the Crusader Kings 2 soundtrack for me. Hopefully we will hear them later on. And also, hopefully, I won't die from these rebels, because they are slaughtering me here. Wow, with rolls like that, it's little wonder. There we go. Painful. Very painful. Well, that's even more men to come out of the manpower pool, so every man I lose is another possibility for a peasant war. I need to get above 25% of my maximum manpower, and that's going to take a year or two, assuming I don't lose that many more men. And I'm going to be losing that many more men. Once I get my troops back home, I can sort out further colonization. Come on, Danes. Phew. Alright, Finnish has been completely removed from the map. Or at least from my map. They still exist in certain Muscovite territories. But all in due time, they shall be taken care of. I'm not gonna make it. Thank goodness. I'm still losing far more troops than I want to here. Oh, should have declared that war. Oh well, dire times are ahead of us. Goodbye stability, goodbye prestige. Let's get that back up. Wow. So for the best here, that means we're going to have to merc up. You could avoid the Peasant War spectacularly by simply being at war. It'll never fire if you're at war. But I decided to risk it for a biscuit. And such is what I get. Ah, Suidop, hello. Thanks again for the sorting me out with the Crusader Kings music. Now, I'm not all that familiar with the Peasant War. I don't know how long it exactly lasts for. But I'm hoping not too long. Funnily enough. Yeah, some pretty bad revolt risk across the board. Let's try and minimize that as much as possible. Oh, and Muscovy have decided to take the fight to us. They're probably going to call in the Teutons. Maybe the Livonians. In any case, it seems that things have very swiftly gotten out of hand here. Very swiftly gotten out of hand. These troops are dangerously on their own. They'll get wiped if I do nothing. So okay, that's not very good. The situation is pretty dire. And it'll be more dire if the Teutons join in. If they don't join in, I'll actually be quite happy, but they'll probably join in. There we go, Teutons. Pretenders. Enemy ships. Now that 11 stack is a sitting duck. But my cogs with which to deal with it are far away. Right. I shall send one of my cannons simply to deal with this. The rest of my men need to get home, defend the mainland. There's quite a few troops, and I don't have my mighty Austrian alliance to help me out this time. And the French hate me because they asked for my help once before and I just went, no, you're on your own. Oh well, gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. Right, that is a big old stack coming to kill me. I have a plan though. I have something that resembles a plan. I can hide my troops up here in a cell. And they won't be able to come and get me because of the strait. That I can at least use. That's so many men to fight. Muscovites. Oh, I've got a good advantage over the Teutons in terms of military level, but they're going to come and wreck the Brandenburgians. And it's a reconquest of Novgorod. Oh, that's a lot of men. Wonder if I can tell my colonial nation that they're on their own. I am short a great many men here. And I'm over my force limit. Okay, Brandenburg's not faring too well. I could do a stack trap in a cell. It is a consideration. One of many. I should take this one step at a time. Muscovy will be busy chewing up Novgorod for a while, but I could make some good gains on the Teutons in that time. No, that wouldn't work. The Muscovites have full military access that way. What would I, could I, should I do? I need to get my I need to get more colonies on the way, which is another frustration. Another one, okay. $11 of them. Alright, so things going from bad to worse. No problem. Let's just deal with things as they come. The Teutons, for example. I'm just going to have to give in to their demands, which is very unfortunate. I'll also pick up my 11 stack, because I need every man I can get here. The 18 stack over there would probably also be quite helpful. And the Muscovites are very swiftly sieging me up here. Costly lesson, never let your manpower dip. Let's give these this 8 stack a nasty surprise. And during that fight, let's get them back somewhere a little better. There we go. Oh, does that not work anymore? I wonder. This battle isn't going so well for me. In fact, everything's not going so well for me. What to do? Yeah, B-dude, no problems. I just gotta get my act together somehow. Somehow. The thing is, on paper I have a lot of troops, but I have no manpower with which to get them back up. So I've got to consolidate all my men here. Right, they run to Finland. You're all regular men. I guess who do I fight off first? Well, I'll deal with my own mainland first. Take 10 loans. No, I'm trying to do this without loans. I don't know when that became the thing, but we're loan free around here. That's nice of Fox. Despite my immense aggressive expansion. Let's hope they don't pull the trigger, because that would be pretty deadly. Right, if I pick up those mercenaries, they could help me out. I might be in with a fighting chance. Sorry, Merkland, you're going to have to deal with revolts on your own. I got cocky because I thought I could. Norwegian Wood. Right, I'll take Lipan. Mount up my counter-offensive, but it's not looking like it's going to be quite enough. Teutons have got themselves level 12. So they're probably going to wreck the Brandenburgians. Well, what can you do? You can murk up is what you can do. want that cannon. Let's hope a revolt doesn't kill it. Alright, the Danes can have their relative freedom for now. It's only 25 prestige. I've got buckets of that stuff. Fortunately, muscovy does not. And we're on par militarily, so... Alright, let's take on this peasant war great power attack. Give me Novgorod. The end of the peasant war. I don't want to take any loans. They must die. Ah, they're just Norwegian peasantries. Who even cares? Do I look desperate to you? Well, I've only had the peasant war for a year or two and I got the trigger to end it, so it can't be that long. Oh, that's expensive on the men. I was hoping I could quickly retake Novgorod. As it stands, that was a dire mistake to make. Novgorod is a war goal, I don't want to have it. I'm almost ready to pick up the troops over in North America. Swedish nationalists, I certainly don't want them. But it's nice that Muscovy took care of some of my rebs for me. It is pure mercs that I want to go home, but I've got plenty of those, so 14, 15. Keep it at 14 because there is a single regiment up in Iceland that I want to bring into the fray. Oh, damn. Pommerania, who I went to great lengths to make Protestant, they just accepted flipping back to Catholic. So when everything was looking too good earlier, I'm glad that the game decided to throw me a bone to make things a little more interesting. Right, there we go. Novgorod's back in our hands. So let's defeat the Muscovites in our own lands now. Time to throw a big upset. What? Oh, well, let's hope they don't get involved. This war was started much too long ago. We don't quite outnumber them. 15 and 8. 23 and 3. And they've got more cannons as well. You know, unless I get good rolls, this is a suicidal war. A suicidal battle, especially since they have defensive. Can I even afford to wait on this shipment of troops? Who even knows? Well, he knows enough to run away. least deal with some little stacks while I... No, that's not a little stack. Trying to hide their 21 behind their 2. The situation is definitely dire. I'm struggling to think of a time where I've been in a bigger pinch than this. Jake, what is the best way to find new exploits, etc.? Big question there. The best way is to be under pressure to do something, and then you're forced to find a way. Another way is to look at mechanics that have changed and try to think of any oversights that they might have had changing it. Okay, good. They're splitting up. Also, they're going for our own split-up force. But if I thin this one down just a little, then I can send you out to destroy. I hope that doesn't take too long. God, I wish I had forced march. I also wish I wasn't bleeding money. Perhaps that extra colony was a little too much. Ah, but this one's almost done, so that'll save me a little bit of money. Yeah, so these reinforcements will really cost me though. Also, he's going to Klexholm and then probably down here. I need to retreat a bit and hope that he doesn't come for me. He's probably going to come for me. He's going for Neva, whatever the case. Well, I can get the Teutons out, which would be a big boon, and that'll give me a staggered truce to them, so I can declare war on the Teutons in my own time. I wonder why they were so keen to leave. Their war with Gotland not going so well or something? Right, he's going to Neva. What has he got planned? Really, what has he got planned? Sieging Neva is fine by me. Also, this peasant war isn't ended yet. Alright, Lipan can do its own thing. Jake, the triggers to end the peasant war now will be at least 1,000 days, 0 volts, and stability of at least 1. Wow. Maybe I'm going to wish I'd taken those loans. But I can't abide by that. At least Brandenburg is safe for this war. The battles are not putting war score in our favour, though. Oh, jeez, neither is the treasury. Oh. I do not like loans. Oh well. I'd rather swallow my pride than be swallowed up by Russians. What am I going to take from Muscovy? I got some plans for that. First I'm going to take their lives, then their wives. June, 6th of June. There's some excellent dice rolls on my in my favor, so you can just be gone. I shall deal accordingly with your 16 stack. I'm going to go for Ingermanland. Oh no, they're running away. Oh, that's fine. Just like my monthly balance sheets. I do wonder if it's worth keeping this war going, because I really need to stabilize my country. Really, really. Yeah, I could concede defeat just now. But I do have one core of Novgorods that I would quite like returned, to be honest. Bang! The end of the Peasants' War. I'm afraid that Muscovy, your time is over. Actually, as Peasants' Wars goes, that was relatively painless. Still, I'm short on the dough. As much as I want to clear up those little stacks, there is a large stack of Russians right here. Going for Colm, are you? Looks like a stack wipe to me. Yeah, I thought that would dissuade you. But I get to you before you get to them. So say your prayers. Unless you back yourself up? No, too foolish. Now they don't have the Samaran gold. Remains firmly in Kazan's hands. Alright, well, we're on a roll. Let's keep taking these guys out. Build up a little bit of war score. Or at least regain the war score from what we're losing to lost sieges. Gaining a lot more money now because my... oh jeez, Conquistador died in battle. Gaining a lot more money because we no longer have the negative revolt risk. And manpower is returning because I'm using mercenaries to fight my battles. We're also getting ticking war score from keeping Novgorod in our hands. Six shock general. It's a sign to keep this war going. A beautiful sign. I'm asked why I never chase broken stacks. If I chased them into Muscovy, I wouldn't be able to kill them, and my stack would get severely drained down by the Russian winter. It is February after all. It is very rare for me to chase a stack unless I have forced march. Somebody's asking about the Muscovite manpower. Still going strong, 13,000. And I'm glad to see that my colonial nation is doing alright with their lands. This is good. Okay, can very nearly get that land, but very nearly isn't quite good enough. Yes, some more territory can be taken and sold to Novgorod. It most likely will as well. 8-6 shock. They're eating it quite well, but not well enough. They're using their king, and their king has got 1 shock. I hope I kill him. Well, killing lots and lots of Russians is just as good. Yeah, I could get that land, but perhaps I should seek to join up this land. Then I'll be able to colonize Siberia for myself. He is so low on men now. Not that I'm much better off. He doesn't give up. I want to prevent that 2-stack from sieging archangels, but he just keeps coming. I'll get my men and manpower back up, and I will deal a most decisive blow. Or he'll run away. That works too. Yeah, never catch him in time. Why do I idle with my colonists? Well, they cost money. Money that I need for this war right now. Well, with war taxes going, it's not such an issue, is it? Quite keen on having a fairly strong Canada here. So let's get those on the go. Colonial nations are very weak when they can't join up their lands, unfortunately. Jake, are you familiar with the stack removal technique? That's where you're fighting a battle that you're winning, but you retreat at the last moment, leaving the enemy with virtually no morale, and then you swing in with another token force to instantly wipe them, because you'll stack wipe their morale within the first 8 days of battle. I know it and I don't use it very much. Fan of my exploits, but I'd rather fight fair and square. Okay, he's up to something with that stack. He's also got virtually no manpower left. What'll it be? So that's what it'll be. I wonder if he's going to join up and attack me. He'd probably have a better than good chance with all those men. Perhaps I should join up with the Muscovite, with the Novgorods. That ain't good. Okay, just have to hope for the best here because they outnumber us and outgun us. Not bad. Very good. See? They fight like Russians. Believe in the sixth shock. Just as planned. Like I say, I hate having loans, so let's get rid of that. You brought this on yourself, Muscovy. You could have prevented it. There we go. Yeah, figures I'm a long way from being able to release Perm, but what a blow that would be to them. Probably not as much of a blow as it could be. Trouble is, as much as I'd like to go on the counter-offensive, as long as they have all those troops, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Everybody's getting peasant war. If I took a couple of provinces off them, I could sell them to Novgorod and then I'd be satisfied. Klaxholm and Ingermanland would be preferable. Pointless distractions. Oh boy. Just doesn't stop. I wonder if any of the Native Americans will pull the trigger seeing how weak I am. And let the good rolls roll on. Novgorod lost their cores on these lands because they weren't, well, not just because they weren't Russian, but also they were forced to revoke those. Not much I could do about that. Jeez, you just can't deal war exhaustion damage to the AI. They pay it down so fast. I could force them to release Finland, and then I need only fight Finland for these two provinces, and then I sell them to Novgorod. Bit expensive on the diplomacy points. Teuton's own Gotland again, jeez. They're loving it. Alright, Klaxon get. Singermanland I want. Oh boy, this game is not liking me one bit. Of all the provinces that could flip, it would be the 8 base tax one. It'll probably revolt too. I wonder how far they will run. Will it just be to Moskva? To Vlad? No, it's probably much further, given the time that they take to get back. Hey, aristocrat. Don't want that pretender winning, but he's a long way away. I'll deal with him after the war, since any provinces he does manage to occupy won't really affect us. Poor Novgorod's war exhaustion creeping up. Of course, same could be said for mine. Into another war, because it won't call in Muscovy this time. I'll just wait for my Teutonic Order truce to run out, which is going to be quite soon, really. I really want to crush Muscovy for what they've done, but it's just not looking very feasible. Is there anything I could force out of them, but really weaken them as well? I guess not. If I can get Ingermanland here as well, and I'll make a big movement for it, then I'll just settle for these 3 provinces, and then I'll start integrating Novgorod. And then everybody wins. 28%. Ah, if only. Run far, run fast. Don't want to get cocky, although I do really want that siege. Come on, all I want is Ingerman land, and we are done here. Letting you off light, muscovy, for striking me in my moment of weakness. Alright. Satisfied. Do feel like I'm letting him off way too easily though. Yeah, Perm is way too much. Nizhny Novgorod, however, is not. And that land isn't too shabby. Oh, I know. Their alliances is what I want to get rid of. The Austrian one. And a Pskov one. That's pretty good. The Pskov one doesn't actually matter. It's the Austrian one that I do want. Well, let's get Astrakhan back on the map anyway. Yeah. Looks good. GG. Of course, now what? Now I need to get my troops back to relative safety and deal with the mess I've made. Now, thinking about Pskov, they don't have naval supplies, so I shouldn't really bother fighting them. I don't want to deal with revolts in Klexom, since I'll be selling it to Novgorod as soon as they finish going into Ingerman land. Because they won't take it now, they'll say they're overextended. Because they have two base tax worth of provinces. However, I will name the Livonians as my rival, and I shall start fabricating a couple of claims. Claims that I shall take in a follow-up war. And I shall also crush the Teutonic Order. But during this time I need a bit of peace. Just a bit. A little is all it takes. Got through the Peasant War, I'm very happy with that. Maybe very happy is pushing it, but I'm satisfied with that. Castile trying to take trying to take Granada, but just not managing. Get a Perm province that I can release. It's tempting. Believe me, it's tempting. In a follow-up war with Muscovy, no doubt. So, Teutons. What do I chew with you? Shawnee's looking a bit wrecked there. Sucks to be you. That aggressive expansion I've got is simply melting away, which is great. Let's get ourselves ever closer to getting forced march, which, like I said, is a real war winner. B-dude, what loan? I don't have any loans. No loans here, hombre. Crush the Livonians. Colonize Stadacona. I mean, I can. Nothing's stopping me. I'll ditch it instantly. Okay, thank God. Manpower slowly comes back. That horrible Danish province has returned to the true faith. Brandenburg have lost their claim on Altmark, but that's okay, we'll give them their core on Newmark. So I need to be working my way down the Teutonic Order. Who unfortunately are getting ahead of themselves in military technology. But Brandenburg have finally caught up, they might be able to do something in that regards. With a 20% goose step and professionalism. Jeez, could I get a good event, please? Is that too much to ask? Well, I'll tell you what good event I'll get now. I will get the Scottish on my side. I'll inherit some free troops off of them as well. Tie up a it'll stop them tying up a diplomatic slot as well. Alright, everything's going okay. God, leaving the coalition against me as well. These guys are too kind. Now I really hope that my colonial nation starts fighting for these lands. Maybe not too soon, because he's got a lot of conversion to do, which he doesn't appear to be doing any of. Come on. Plus 2% chance against disgusting pagans. Lapan is complete. Keep the fun times rolling. Someone is suggesting that I actually take the colonization mission. Well, wouldn't want to make things too easy, would we? Right, got our conquest Cassis. But that's not enough, I want more. Kurland, come to me. Now once once my truce with the Teutons is up, that's my cue to go. I should probably forge a claim on them as well for land that I want. Welcome, Scots. Nice. Claiming their rightful islands. Other than Newmark though, I don't really need any of this. Certainly don't need Danzig, but I will need their capital, I suppose that's a problem. I should just embrace it and take it all. Of course, as I take Court, I'm simply going to give it to Brandenburg, so perhaps a claim on Hinterpommern wouldn't go amiss? Okay, as soon as I bordered them, someone joined the coalition against me. Well, don't you worry, girlie. because I'm not interested in it. Oops. Didn't want to send you there. Tell you what, we will forget about that. When that colonist arrives, I need to remember to revoke him. For now, I need to fight the orders, both of them. Let's hope Brandenburg can pull their weight this time. Allied with Muscovy, but Muscovy won't join in because they're stupid. Gamers be hating, welcome. Right, February, I come down on the Teutons. Cleansing of heresy, very important. It does not allow for the change of war leader. So Muscovy dishonour their alliance. They lose a lot of prestige for that. The Teutons join in, and very importantly, the Teutons do not become war leader. So now we stomp. Of course, it's easier said than done. They are technologically superior to us. They both have defensive ideas, so they both have military drill. They also have divine ideas, which give plus 10% discipline. So I need to tread carefully, but also tread quickly, because there are many things that I need to do right now. How many am I dealing with here? Not that many. So no problem. Willing to show superiority in this war. Might be difficult if 21,000 Teutons go and crush the Brandenburgs. But we have ways of dealing with that. This conquistador, he does not deserve to be called a conquistador. Wow, okay. Quick way to get the cleansing of heresy war goal done. Too much manpower? Not possible. So it's very unusual for me to thrust right in and kill all the troops. I tend to go for a more slow, calculated approach. But I've got some steam to let off, you could say. I'm also bleeding money from these. Go away. Trade ships. You know my feelings about trade. North Sea. I'll allow this. Not least of all because they'll prevent piracy as well. I wonder where they're running to. Podlasie? Just how far are you going? Lublin... Oh, jeez. They're going far. That's where they're going. I don't actually want you, and you're losing me money. No, it wasn't you I wanted to get rid of, it was that. Making mistakes everywhere here. I want these 2 colonies to be done and then I can concentrate on down here. No harm, no fuss. Congo's religious turmoil is over. What's the bet that they got the Reformation? What? Are you the only reformed country, in fact scratch that, other than this Hungarian province? Are you perhaps the only reformed in the world? One of these should be for religion. 11 provinces, 2 countries are reformed. So that would be Liège and Congo, bros for life. I doubt they even know about each other. What a mysterious game. Okay, Brandenburg goes on the offensive now. They'll take their core back. Now, when I said Reformation Congo, I was meaning your military. Alright, run as fast as you can. You can't escape. My Norwegian Wood is coming for you. That's a wrap. Just get these sieges over and done with. There's not all that much that I really want out of these gentlemen. Like I said, could I get a good event, please? Yeah, the Reformation is... it only checks to see if there's actually Catholic provinces, whereas they should check to see if it's actually within Europe as well. So as it stands, it's fairly daft. Try and prevent the Teutons from rebuilding their army. If I could get a roll out in the 1. There we go. I have no right to complain about dice rolls right now. The luck I got against Muscovy was unprecedented. Tempted to remove Scottish from the world, just have it Norwegian in the north of Great Britain. That seems fair, wouldn't you say? Now remember, Teutons, all I really want is Newmark, although I'll take Hinterpommern while we're at it, if you don't mind. Bohemia's doing okay, but I'm hesitant to ally them because, for one, they'll be on the bad side of Austria, who's doing very well. Secondly, I need their province of whatever that is. I'm sorry, sorry, Despotic, but I'm going to have to put the boot into the Czechs eventually. The trouble with Reformed is there's very little point in going for it. The bonuses for it are very weak, and it appears so late on that if you do switch to it, it's going to take a long time for your provinces to flip. Unlike Protestantism, where if you very quickly go for it, you will very swiftly have all your provinces flip like mine did. I had to do very little in the way of manual conversion, mostly just for the Danish land. Right, old habits die hard. Let's loot Ostprussen and... Ooh, looting Danzig. Well, they've already looted it. Okay, time to convert my current country, current province. Right, that's all I want out of you anyway. All provinces are low cost, but they don't have any claims at all. Right, take care of what little troops you have left, and then I'm going for your capital. Jake will never attack Portugal. What planet are you on? Okay, so I've got another one for Vinland. Good enough reason to go for you now. Ayrshire, part of Scotland I've never actually been to, but it's taken care of. Once Hinterpommern falls, I am done here, and I have bigger fish to fry. Considerably bigger fish. And I'm going to need a big fryer. Separately, we're doing pretty garbage with the Teutons. I wonder if I could just demand their provinces in the... Yes. Ooh. I think I'd get them cheaper as well. Wow, their faith shields them quite well. For the record, I don't think I've ever landed troops on Gotland. Gotland are indeed special. Come on, Hinterpommern falls and this war's over. Come on, Brandenburg, you can do it. Also, check that election. Austria is old and busted. Worship your new Czechoslovakian leaders. Ridiculous complaints about being cannon fodder are frequently spouted. Well, how about I ignore all your concerns? I recruit every man I can, I lose the manpower, and I get it all back. This only works if you have the money, but there we go. I only lost a couple hundred manpower instead of 5,000. I don't use exploits, I swear. Genuine player. Indeed, not taking care of Gotland when it was under my rule, because I even annexed it and gave it to Sweden, but Sweden were unable to hold it, and I didn't help them out with the rebels. It was a regrettable mistake by me. I should have been a better overlord. Alright, come on, everything's falling but the province that I need. Alright, another one bites the dust. I'll keep that one stack there. I wonder how Markland's doing. Refusing to convert is how they're doing. What is your problem? You should have absolutely no problem converting these lands. You don't even pay me very much money. Alright, come on. Hinterpommern, and all you need to do is fall and this war is over, along with your suffering. Can't argue with some free admin, more than I even need to core the province. Alright, done and done. They don't have any money to give. Also, I don't like you two being friends, so... No, that's a lie. That's a big old lie. I want you to keep that alliance as long as you can. So, I get 3 pieces of provinces. Newmark goes to Brandenburg. I'm going to core Hinterpommern and give it to them anyway. Now, Austria probably won't like me for this. They may join a coalition. But that's okay. Ain't got time for your coalition nonsense. So straight away, let's get coring. Oh, but I could convert instead. Core takes 7 days. No, we're going to convert first. My 6th shock general will be on the case. Just mercenaries anyway. You, however, you I will core. Alright, that's more Norwegian wood for us. You finally managed to core that province. Yeah, I will sell you Klaxholm and then I'm going to start integrating you because your use is over. You demand Hinterpommern back to me. Pfft, get wrecked. Mind you, it's going to be pretty revolting for a while. It's only 3 base tax, but the high revolt risk will thrust that into being problematic. Okay, Novgorod. We must fusion. Took about 15 years, so that's painful. Right, manpower is looking pretty good now. My troop numbers... Jeez, where'd they all go? Well, I need those stacks there for the time being. But what I really need right now are infantry, quite a lot of them. $16's not nearly enough. I don't have the force limit for that though. Right, I'll build 15 here then. 15 should suffice. Scotland doesn't look like it's going to be raging on me anytime soon, and yeah, I'm disgusting Scottish, need to be removed. I don't care how much it costs. English too. Let's get that 10 stack over, because I got big plans now. I rightfully took it from another country. Good one. Oh yeah, reminder for anyone in the chat, I've got it set up to highlight your message if you say Jake or DDR. So if you need to tell me something, do that, because it makes it a lot easier to read. I mean a lot easier. The English fought the Aztec? Well, it doesn't look like they took anything. And my coalition is gone. That's nice. Be gone, Scots. Where's that? You're going to be much more use over here. I need to expand my colonial nation considerably. Unfortunately, these ones didn't westernize, so I should roll them. What in the world is up with you not converting your lands at all? Used to be an old bug in 1.2 where your vassals would just stop converting their land religiously, even if they had religious ideas. It was infuriating. Why am I spending all those diplomatic points to get rid of the Scots? Because glorious Norwegian, why ever not? We need to grow bigger. Just because I'm beelining for an achievement doesn't mean I can't have a bit of fun while I'm at it. I'm also going to move my capital to the North Sea trade node. Am I? You know, I think in the long run I probably want that. Actually, no, we'll leave it as is. What I do really want though are temples. Great return on investment on these things. At war with Portugal et al. Well, let's beat them to it. We seriously need to beat them to it. Should suffice, but more troops will definitely be welcome troops. Jake, you're a free colonist. Yeah, thanks. See, that's using the highlight just the way I need it. France is taking that over. I do want Vinland to grow strong enough to be able to deal with their own intercolonial wars. They'll be more established than France's colonies, I hope. Albeit with lower base tax. Ooh, far lower. It's all just ones. And their capital's over here, so all their troops are stationed in Greenland. How horrifying. Okay, let's deal with the Aztecs. Build more trade ships to make no more money. Never! They're coming at me with 22,000. I wonder if that will be enough. It was never even a question. They could grind me down though. I should be wary of that. Well, it's fine bringing in more troops. Wow, that is a lot of base tax. Unfortunately, the French have beat me to it. Also, I think I got a reminder to core this province, now that it is flipped to my religion. Portugal did join us. Not only that, but they took control of the siege. That isn't good. Well, they can have it. For now. I'm not going to use the aggressive expansion burner. Like I said, it's a great trick, but I don't want to use it twice. Not to say I won't use other tricks twice. Ugh. Discipline or morale? Let's get that discipline going. Now is the time to attack Muscovy. Yeah, sure, sure. The funny thing is, it probably is. Perm will lose their cores soon. Even sooner if he culture converts. I want Perm to keep their cores. I think I will release Perm since it's fairly high base tax land, but on the flip side, I'd rather get the land connection sooner so I can start colonizing Siberia. There's a lot that I want to do. Something else I want to do is establish myself in Africa so I can loop around and get these the small islands in Asia, because they have a habit of producing naval supplies. Pretty much anywhere that has a port can produce naval supplies. Other than African provinces, I don't think I've ever seen navals down there. Alright, hurry on over, troops. Right, Zaptek, get. Just keep on keeping on. Claim Danzig. Well, sure, I'll want it eventually. And I didn't really get much aggressive expansion with an HRE, so happy with that. Not happy with that. Don't attack my colony, please. Yeah, the natives rose up whilst we were fighting. But it only set back my colony by 500 men. That's horrible. Happened because men arrived in the province whilst 2 people were fighting. So the natives were able to rise up during that, bypass our battle, and just really hassle me. Oh, of course. Alright, 5 stacks. Go, go, go. You gentlemen, I think I'd rather you fought the mayor. So... you know what? Forget about that claim on the Russians. Like I said, I got bigger fish to fry here. Some clever cookie says Delaware all over again. Let's hope I don't mess it up this time, because what I did before was a royal screw up. Wow, he's fast. What happened with Delaware was that I made a big mistake because I got too greedy for diplomatic points. That's it in a nutshell. Okay, this is looking good. What isn't looking so good is my total lack of diplomats. And the cost of these provinces. Michty me. What is more, I can't annex while Portugal are there, so I hope Portugal give up. These poor buggers. Get campished. Yeah, Portugal probably won't take that province because it's going to be way outside of colonial, outside of their range. But I'm on a timer here, so it is quite important that whatever they do, they make up their mind. Oh god, Markland shipped all their troops over. All they need is one revolt in the homeland and they are busted. Mexico is indeed insanely rich. That's why we're going for it. Sometimes I use middle click to pan, and sometimes it just sticks. Not the button itself, but the function. Right, Peasant, get. You don't have 10% against... Alright, so hopefully their war just lags out. think the chat just lagged out for me there. Not to worry. Yeah, if anyone was asking about the mingles, and I get asked about that a lot, it's over. I have no desire to continue with that game. It just became a thankless grind, and I see no fun in that. Somebody's asking for the link to Norwegian Colonial state names. Ah, Saber, it's you. There we go. So Mexico is a very uninspired Mexico. Brilliant. I'm seriously hoping that Portugal peace out here. It'd be a real shame if they didn't. How much of a shame, I wonder. That much of a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces worth of a shame. I linked the Czech ones? Ha! Well, it seems that Firefox is dying for me here. Hold on a sec. I will be right back. I'm closing the chat so I can't see a thing. Just give me a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, then just skip this part. And also take up a hobby, because you've been watching far too much of this. Keep getting this Java pop-up can't access dead items, which is a little disconcerting. There we go, I'm back. And I've linked up the Norwegian names this time.